Welcome to the party, pal!
Welcome.
Wow.
Welcome to a very special daytime stream. I am your host today, Ray. Uh Hope y'all are having a good day. I'm just getting everything ready on the computer here. Or it took me a little bit extra on the intro there because I was shouting. I was plugging the stream on a bunch of stream discords and their self-promo channels. That takes a while. Wow, I had a lot of tabs open. So this is a not normally scheduled stream. I usually do my stream at nighttime. So I figured I'd link it on multiple platforms. I'm also experimenting again with also streaming on Facebook. We'll see how that works. There's been one reaction and 5 views so far, so I think it's working this time. Whatever they were doing the last time I tried this on Facebook, it had something to do with like you had to make a manual post from that page, and that I think it was broken. I don't know. It was very bizarre. What up, Frank? Everybody, check out his Instagram right here, and also link in the chat on Twitch. But yeah, anybody who's tuning in on Facebook, YouTube, Kick, Behance, all those platforms I'm trying to stream to today. Twitch chat is usually the most vibrant. I have a bot that I coded that merges both Twitch and YouTube chat, so I could see chats from both of those in Twitch chat. And I have chat open from Kick and Behance, and now Facebook. Oh, I see Ron Larson says it's working on Facebook. So I could see comments on Facebook as well. This is going to be an interesting experiment in multi-streaming. But yeah, I usually don't. I gave up on streaming to Facebook a while ago because it's the last stream I did got about, I think it was 30 seconds of watch time in a 3-hour stream. So it definitely wasn't a platform that anybody wanted to watch a live stream on. So maybe today will be an exception. We'll have to see. But yeah, today I've got a really cool stream of photo editing ahead. So I figured it would be a pleasure to share this with everybody on Facebook. My audience on social media is definitely a lot larger on that platform. On Twitch, it's twitch.tv/RaiseAFan, by the way. And YouTube is youtube.com/Ray Cleveland. I've been thinking on switching my Twitch to my name, but it is kind of taboo to use your own name on Twitch. There are a couple people who do, but it would be more consistent to do the @Ray Cleveland on Twitch as well. But still, there would be a lot of stuff I would need to change to do that. Yeah, welcome to the stream. For anybody new who's tuning into this, I live stream now currently about 4 nights a week, some photo editing. It was 5 nights, but I was getting a bit burnt out. It's really easy to burn yourself out doing live streams, but I very much enjoy teaching how to use Photoshop, Lightroom, and just hanging out with everybody in chat. And there's been things I've learned from people in chat. Like one particular thing that stands out is I remember I was photoshopping power lines on stream once, and I was having just a hard time because power lines are like they're a nightmare to Photoshop power lines out of an image. And somebody was pointing out while I was doing that, I was trying to trace along the lines with my mouse because I lost my tablet pin somewhere. Still has yet to resurface. But yeah, I'm tracing the power lines, and then somebody was like, "No, do you just here's what you do. You click on one side of the power line, and then let go. Now hold shift, and then click on the other end, and it automatically edits out the power line. So it's basically a way to draw your selection in a straight line from one point to one point. You don't have to trace the whole thing. You just click, hold shift, and click, and boom, does the whole straight line. So there's plenty to learn from watching people like myself use Photoshop and Lightroom, and there's plenty of me to learn from people in chat. So it's a really great experience all around. If this is your introduction to photography live streaming, I highly recommend checking out other photography live streams. There's a lot of great people, great and talented people here on Twitch and YouTube and other platforms as well. I'm also on Behance, but Behance doesn't seem to get much of an audience, for me at least yet. And one of the reasons possibly why, I'm very new to the whole Behance thing. Behance is a social network that Adobe owns. And it's almost like it's like the LinkedIn of photography and creative social networks, where it seems to be very business promotional network. But you can live stream to it. The live streams to Behance are a little bit limited. I do not seem to be able to edit them after the fact. Which is a big, like, why? Why can't I edit my videos? Like, I've gone live on Behance with, like, the wrong title before, stuff like that, and it just doesn't work. Oh, and by the way, part of these live streams that I've been getting into in real life live streaming a little bit. It's gonna be a little bit more difficult because I've been having a lot of car troubles and stuff like that. But I started live streaming my storm chases. I have 2 storm chase live streams in my YouTube archives and Twitch archives that you can check out. It's an interesting mess of wrestling with technology and all that fun stuff. Because there's definitely a lot more wrestling with technology when you're trying to stream from your phone. But I'm using a process where I stream from my phone, which goes to my computer. Yeah, and I did have some trouble with the police on the last one. But yeah, I stream from my phone to my computer, and then my computer streams to all the multiple platforms that I'm trying to gain an audience in. Yeah, the trouble with the police is I was set up on a hill. My car was parked on a hill, and I was trying to get some pictures of the lightning and the storm passing by, and a policeman pulled up on me and was like, "Hey, you can't be here," type thing. So that was fun. That was one of my favorite spots too. So I did not know it was that policed of a property, that it was like that bad to be on there, because it's such a great view from this hill, but apparently it's trespassing, so I can't do that anymore. Anyways. On a much lighter note, let's get into today's subject. I did a photo shoot with a Mandalorian. So let's turn the monitor on here. I made this thumbnail for the video. This right here, I don't know why this turns on cam too. Raise a felon. Definitely not. Oh my gosh, Charlie's here and he's already farting up a storm. All right. Yeah. That's why I got some air freshener on the desk. So yes, I made this image this weekend. I've been planning this for a while. We've had like meetups that got bumped. Yeah, unfortunately he's not laying on the area where I could set up my camera, but he's just laying on the floor. Um, but yeah, I set up the shoot with the Mandalorian of Tucson. His name is Jula. He is a really, really great guy. I met him. I met him a couple years ago at my son's friend's birthday party. Um, it was a really fun birthday party. It was Star Wars themed, and they did like a Pinteresty thing with pool noodles. They took pool noodles and like duct tape and put it all around the pool noodles to make them look like lightsabers. So they were all having lightsaber battles with pool noodles and stuff. It was really fun. Well, then this guy showed up. Well, I didn't know anything about. I think I may have seen somebody post a picture or something of him somewhere. And this guy here, this is, I believe, 3D printed gear of his for his helmet and everything. He rides around town dressed as a Mandalorian, and this was right at the height, like right when Mandalorian was first coming out. I think it was maybe even season 2 or something where I met him, and he's just really great, charitable fella who does this for. He dresses up like this for the kids and also adults who appreciate cosplay and all that as well. But he makes these videos where he goes all over town, and I could probably share one of his videos here. Let's see. I'll go to my Facebook. I'm going to turn on browser audio. The Portland Piper. I doubt it. I don't think he gets around outside of Tucson much. So I'm gonna find one of his public posts. Let's see. Oh, well, okay, that I think I've seen a video of that guy too. Oh, 100%. All right. Okay, this is yeah, this is a public post so I can share. Okay. So this is an example of one of his videos. I think he just used like either iMovie or Windows Movie Maker or something like that. I don't know if I can share this music, so I'm gonna have it.
Mandalorian pack, ice cream gift cards, and some more stickers for you.
Yeah, he goes around and he gives these kids gift cards for like ice cream and all kinds of stuff, and he's very generous. Puts like fireworks and stuff in his videos. He's also doing this in triple digit heat right now, which is just insane. It's so hot. To dress up that thick in gear has got to be very, very hard. Oh, and he makes those cards, I think. So not. That's so neat. He's a just he's a really great guy. Um, yeah, and he's also really cool and was happy to. So one thing that I thought was kind of neat is I kind of tried to hint at so while we're out in the field right here. Oh, 100% water cooled. Like, I know at Dutch Brothers, they have like, they give them ice vests and stuff, but they still require them to go outside in the 100+ degree weather and take orders. So I don't know if they're really helping them too much. I mean, they give them ice vests. That's more than I got when I was doing carts and stuff back in the days. When I was a bag boy at grocery stores as a kid. I actually did suffer heat exhaustion doing that job because I would go out in the middle of freaking summer and go grab carts in the exposed sun and 100+ degree weather. It was pretty crazy. But yeah, so as you can see on his helmet is basically sunglasses. It's shaded. You can't really see through it. And I noticed that because I started trying to point out the Milky Way in the sky to him. It's like, here, this is where you can see the Milky Way, the arc of the Milky Way. And he's like, I can't see it because he has like the shade on there. It's like, well, if you can, if you maybe you take your helmet off or it's shaded. He's like, I try not to ride at night and all that. But when he's got his lights on, he can see. But in character, the dude did not take his helmet off the whole session. We were out there for maybe about 40 minutes or so. And he did not remove his helmet. So he was in character. Yeah, really cool guy. This is the way. So here is where we were. This is my first shot that I tried. Or actually, let me check my settings real quick. Sometimes I change my Lightroom settings. Performance. Oh yeah, I'm going to turn off the GPU stuff here. Because it conflicts with the stream when I have the GPU acceleration on. Oh, hey, Autumn. He's tuning in on the Facebook. Looks like the Facebook is working. So yeah, this is where we set up. This is a place around Colossal Cave Road. There's a couple sparse houses out here. This one right here, you can see the light from it. And there's this one. But other than that, is this a saguaro or a telephone pole? I can't really tell. I mean, if it's a saguaro, it probably should have some arms. Yeah, here's a telephone pole. I don't know why, but I did not notice this while we were out there. And we wound up driving or walking a little bit out the road this way so we could kind of point the Milky Way in a better direction in the shot. And during the night, I did not notice that these power lines here. In the shot, you could very much tell they were there, but I didn't quite notice when we were, because it was so dark. But anyways, this is the first shot I captured while I arrived just to see where the Milky Way was positioned in the sky. It kind of looks like I caught a meteor here. It's like blue and green. That's crazy. Or maybe this is a lens flare from this right here. Yeah, here's a satellite. Yeah, already I think I put my lens on infinity here. or just all the way right. This is a Rokinon 24mm manual lens. And then I tried a different focus for this next one. Yeah. I mean, we're not too far out of the city here. This is about a 30 to 35 minute drive from central Tucson. Did you hear that? Charlie just howled. He's laying on the floor behind me. He must be having a bad dream or something. I don't know if I should wake him up. Oh, poor guy. Or maybe it's a good dream. But yeah, so this is where I tested focus a little bit better here. A bit more in focus on the stars. But boy, look at all these streaks. There's almost like zigzags of satellites all throughout this. It's insane. These, I'm sure, are all the Starlink satellites just going around the sky here. This is the kind of stuff we gotta Photoshop out of our star images now because of Starlink. I mean, I really like taking pictures of the rocket launches, but boy, this kind of... It's so bittersweet because of this. And, oh, hi, Kiwi. I don't know if I said hi or not. Yeah, by the way, there's also a rocket launch going to be tonight. So anybody who's out in Tucson or on the West Coast, there will be, I believe it's a Firefly rocket that's launching tonight around 8:15 or so. I'll show y'all a way to look it up. SpaceLaunchSchedule.com. Yeah, so yep, this is Firefly. There's also a Japanese rocket launching. Oh, it already launched. Noise of Summer. Oh, that's so true. You know, that's one thing that I'd like to try with a film camera is an astrophoto. I don't know if it's I know it's possible, but I don't know if I could get my hands on film sensitive enough to pick up starlight like that. But yeah, so tonight we got Noise of Summer, Firefly Alpha. In 7 hours, it's launching at 9:03 p.m. So this might be too late to see. Well, let's see. What time sunset in California? Sunset's at 8:08. Yeah, I don't know if so. When there are rocket launches that like when they look the best is when they're at sunset, because all of the rocket fuel that's burning off catches the light of the sunset and it looks really, really cool in the sky. It looks like either a jellyfish or like a space whale. I've heard some people say recently. Let me pull up my photo, the last one. There's a comet to the west. Which comet is it? Geez, where are my rocket launch shots? Okay, they're right here. So here is the last rocket launch I photographed. The reason why this looks so cool is it's catching the light of the sunset out in California. And also come like the 13p Albers. So yeah, this is catching the light of the sunset out in California. I mean, it's obviously in the shot you could see sunset was a while ago. We're in pretty late twilight. We're in like astronomical twilight here. But you could kind of tell that it's catching the light either from the light pollution or the sunset out in California. And this is over 600 miles away from where I'm photographing this, and it just looks amazing. So definitely check the sky for this. I don't know if we're gonna be too clouded out for it here in Tucson. The monsoon is going on, so we're getting lots of storms and cloud cover. But yeah, definitely be on the lookout. So let's pull up Star Walk and see if we could find Albers. Why is my scroll wheel is like being weird here? So let's search for 13p. Here we go. Presently, it's all the way up in the sky here. Let's go through the time. Oops. Why can't I use my scroll wheel here? There could be some input design things to help here. Is it really? How much is the delay on Facebook? Oh, there's 3 people watching on Facebook. Let's go. Hi, 3 people. There's been 2 comments so far. I mean, as is, there's been, 100 plus chats on Twitch, and you could see it on the right side of the screen. All right, she's doing tests. Let's see when it pops up on Facebook. Wow, I'm still not seeing it. Still not. There it is. Wow. Yeah, there's some serious delay on Facebook. That's nutty. Okay, so looks to be around 8:30. Like right around when Dark Night starts, we're going to be able to see this comet. So how visible is this comet? Is it naked eye visible, assisted eye visible, or do you need a telescope? Oh, jeez. Okay, maybe you've got even more delay than I have. So yeah, this looks to be in the western sky. Northwest. What does this comet look like? 13p Albers. There's a drawing. A sketch in 1887. Holy cow. It was discovered in 1815, this comet. I've been getting used to the comets being discovered by the Mount Lemmon Observatory. Like, and some of them are named Lemon, even. And this one was discovered in 1815. Orbital picture period is at 69 years. We're 68 years, 11 days. The last time I was here was in 1956. So here's a picture in 2024. It's kind of a rough shot. We could make a better shot than this, can't we? June 24th.
Nice. Nice. Nice.
There's the nice.
Nice.
There really is some delay in stream today. Hey, Becca Bull. I am good. Yeah, I might have to go out for this comment. I've decided though that I don't really have the best gear for photographing a comet. I have a 200 millimeter. I don't have a tracker. And I can stack and make a cool comet image that way, but it's like it'll be like the Ponsbrook. Nice. That's cool. The Ponsbrooks one was pretty fun to shoot. Yeah, also reminder, rocket launch is close to 7 hours, a little under 7 hours. There's a comet in the sky around 9 p.m. We'll be on the northwest horizon. Oh, you're welcome. And by the way, Impeccable Images, who is here and just arrived in chat, I'll do a vocal shout out. She's a great photography streamer here on Twitch. Does a variety of photography streams and also Trivia Tuesdays. Those are fun. I am a big fan of trivia, and I have never done a trivia stream. Yeah. Oh yeah, I'm going to be working on some more of those. But yeah, thank you. Yeah, I was just getting to these images tonight, but there's of course a few obvious distractions with the yeah. And also Misadventures in Astro streams from time to time. His live stream of the eclipse was really cool. And that's where I learned about, and I wish I knew about this beforehand, but there are apps you could download during a total solar eclipse that will say audio, it will audibly say which event is happening during the eclipse. So it'll be like, take your filters off because the diamond ring will be happening right now. That sort of stuff. And I really wish I had that on site when I was photographing the eclipse in Texas this year. That would have been really helpful. But as is, now that I've experienced a total solar eclipse, I now want to travel to see another at some point in my lifetime. So yeah, I'll know about that app by then. But who knows? Maybe it'll be so far in the future where none of that stuff is gonna matter. Like maybe you can download an app to the chip in your brain or something like that, or whatever technology we're at in the future. But yeah, okay, this is not a meteor. That is definitely a lens flare there from that light. It's crazy. Yeah, so started getting set up here. This was our first setup on the road. So this is on the road immediately, like right here. We just walked out. So, on the maps, Colossal Cave Road. So there is a Colossal Cave Road. And it's somewhere over here. Let's is it Colossal Road? Or no, I think it's this Colossal Cave Road. Yeah, we're right about here, about Pistol Hill and Colossal Cave. No, don't need street view. I want satellite view. Where's the layers at? Okay, they change this up all the time. Okay, so yeah, this is where we were. There's this big dirt pullout area alongside this road. And oh, that looks like a wash here. I think I've been to this wash before. Yeah, so this is where I parked. And this is the first shot was right here. And then we walked down about this far and got the rest of the shots. There's a couple houses out here with like 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, like not many houses. So like the risk of having traffic come here is very, very low. I still had like all my eyes and ears peeled to see if like any car was going to come and interrupt the shoot, where we'd have to get out of the way and stuff. But it didn't happen. There was no cars the whole time. We were completely safe. But I was like on edge, being like, okay, we're in the road. I'm just very aware of the surroundings to make sure that nobody was going to run us over. There was also on the horizon, there was a storm going. And this was lighting up a bunch with lightning, and that was throwing me off, thinking that, like, oh, maybe a car was going to be coming. But it did not, fortunately. And then, yeah, we started getting set up, and I started snapping a couple of shots here. This was my first test shot, and he was already ready with his pose there. Let's go into develop mode so I can lighten these up a little bit. I hit reset on all of them, so a lot of them are pretty dark. Okay, sink in. All right. So yeah, this was my first shot. It's already pretty good. I don't think I was in focus in the sky here. Yeah, I was more in focus on him. But yeah, already off the bat, this is a pretty great shot. I'm gonna give that a good rating. Then he posed some more. I got a little bit closer. And this one was, I mean, already off the bat, this is like, these are great poses. And okay, that one's a little bit blurry. So what I did here is I rattled off a few just in case there were blurry takes. And of course there were. This one right here, not blurry. So here's my exposure. Enhance. You don't see much information on this because the lens I use is the Rokinon 25mm. And the 25mm lens, or no, 24mm 1.4 is a fully manual lens. Really great for stars. Because you don't need autofocus for stars, because autofocus normally won't even work if you're trying to focus on the stars. But this particular lens, since it's fully manual, it doesn't have the chip on it that tells the camera what lens you're using. So normally in this summary up here, it will say what lens and focal length and f-stop and everything like that in here. But instead, I only have time, ISO, and that's it. Actually, I wonder why it's not even saying... Okay, there we go. Now it's saying like the camera. But as you can see, I shot at a pretty high ISO 6400. And I did that so I can do a 2.5 second exposure. I was stopped all the way up to f1.4. So I was on a really fast aperture. So I could get with zero light, no moon, 2.5-second shot, and you can see him pretty clearly. I did have to increase exposure a little bit here, so there's going to be some extra noise. So, because if you underexpose an image, especially with higher ISOs, you're going to introduce even more noise. But luckily, we have some really great tools in Lightroom and everything else to reduce that noise. It's pretty great. Unenhance. Well, yeah, I really dig this shot. I think that one turned out pretty clear. And then I took another shot where I focused behind him on the stars. So my idea here is so I could do a focus stack where I could take these two images here, one where the stars are in focus and the other where he is in focus, and then stack them. Unfortunately, for whatever reason in the moment, I neglected to think that I should change my settings for the second shot. So this is a mistake. What I really should have done, because as you can see, the one on the right is like super, super noisy. What I should have done is I should have, and I did do this later, but so I had the same ISO 6400 and like 2-second exposure going on here. What I should have done is change my settings with drop the ISO a little bit so it'd be less noisy, and bump the exposure time to 15, 20 seconds, somewhere in that range, in order to capture all the starlight with less noise. That would have been smarter. But in the moment, I didn't think of it at first thought. At this point, I was mostly just excited to be getting these shots because they're pretty darn awesome. I'm very happy with them. But yeah, so I took a couple more where I got him in focus. This one's pretty awesome. I'm going to go to develop real quick. I'm going to bump the exposure on these four. Okay, let's see which ones I like best out of these. I do like the ones where he has his head up a little bit higher, but the reflection of whatever it is here, I think it's maybe city light or something reflecting off of, I wonder what it was. It was a bit distracting. So the first, well, I don't know. The reflection might. What do you think? What does everybody in chat think? The first one or the second one? This one, he's looking like his pose is a little bit better. I think where he's got his head up a little bit. But the reflection is a little distracting. I mean, I could try to Photoshop out the reflection. Oh no. Wait, don't you build computers for a living? Why do you have a bad monitor there? Okay, yeah. Oh, your shed PC. And so you have the shed monitor. Oh, come on. I said shed. Dang it. It was too close. It was too close, I guess. Uh, yeah, I think I'll probably go with the first one here. And there's a so yeah. So here's a good view of the difference. So this is where I changed the settings. Oh. So this is now a 15-second exposure so I could properly get the starlight. I dropped the ISO to 3200. And you can see the difference. Like here is one with it's a 3.2-second exposure. He's pretty clean, in focus. And then I changed it to expose to starlight, and now he's a blur.
Welcome.
But the idea here is to get a focus stack to where I could use this background. Hey, what up, L thing? It's nice to see a lot of the people who are out during the day. I have a few of my nighttime regulars here, too. Mm-hmm. All right. So this here, 15 seconds ISO 2000. So yeah, even less noisy. So yeah, that's going to be my star source for that one. And then this one starts with a star source, and see, I focused a little bit lower, and then I bumped it up. This is the one that I use to post for everything. Oh, that's congrats on your birthday, and that's a great way to celebrate your birthday. We celebrated my son's birthday this year in Disneyland. Oh, it was so much fun. He is a Disney expert at this point. Like when we would go on rides, he was like telling everybody like what's up, what's what with the rides, and so it's adorable. He's an expert now. But yeah, so here are some other shots where I got him in focus. Wait, no, is it? Yeah, this is him in focus. Yeah, I didn't really need to focus stack this one. Like, he is a little blurry and out of focus here. But I think I was in hyperfocal. I'm like he's definitely out of focus when you pixel peep and zoom in a bit. You could tell that he's out of focus. But when you zoom out, he's pretty well in focus. This is a single shot. I don't think I need to stack it. Okay, and now I'm gonna get into my pano here. He did another pose. This is like almost a bit more intimidating of a pose here. I like with the shoulders up, and by the way, this right here is the power line that I had to Photoshop out of my shot. So, okay, that might be the one. Ooh, that's even better. Okay, and then he moves here. Okay. So these are all my shots for a pano. So what I did here, I have my camera. So I have my camera here. Yes, yes, you can. But I actually had a flash on me too, but I was satisfied enough without even trying the flash, where I was see the big risk of doing that with flash with the Mandalorian in particular is his armor is very very shiny. So I think it would have been I should have tried it in hindsight. But I mean, I did that mistake once where I did a construction shoot where I was like, okay, I'm gonna be pro here, and I'm gonna bring some off-camera flash, and take some group photos of these construction guys, and they're all wearing high vis reflective vests, and it wrecked the shots. And I just took the ones where I had the flash off. As much as off-camera flash improves things, it could also destroy. But yeah, so for every camera I own now, I buy an L bracket. An L bracket here is this right here. It's an Arca Swiss mount for a tripod that wraps around the camera to the side, so you can mount directly on the tripod on the side like this. This is really, really helpful for doing panoramas of the stars because you can shoot vertically and stitch pretty well. And I also, like, every time I'll take a 20-second shot, then I'll move it slightly, another 20 seconds, and then go like this. It takes probably 5 to 10 minutes, and I do like one row like here, pop it up, one row here, and this is the panoramic that I have here is that's what I did here is I did a row and then a row above. And what I'm going to do is I'm going to take all of these. Oh, let's Control Z that. Now I'm going to hit G. And now I think it's Control G. Yeah, that stacks them. It's now a stack of 19 images. Expand the stack, and now I think I'm gonna in develop. I'm gonna hit reset, but apply my lens corrections again. I got Rokinon. Since it's a manual lens, I have to manually put in my lens corrections. Rokinon 24 millimeter here. Okay, so that's synced for all those. Now I'm going to, let's put this at the top of the stack. So now I'm going to photo merge into panorama, or you could just do Control M. And this is going to take a minute. Tilt shift or I would love to experiment with the tilt shift, but you can reproduce it in Photoshop and or video software. You know what? I would choose a tilt shift actually. I shoot so much time lapse that having a tilt shift would be really fun to do all those effects in camera. Especially if I went and did like traffic time lapses from like elevated areas and stuff just to make the city look like a toy. I think I would have a lot more fun doing that than like running around with a fisheye. Uh-oh. Unable to merge the photos, it says. Okay, now I'm going to try spherical. I hope it can merge these. Okay, it merged them. Whew. I was feeling some pressure there for a moment. Okay, let's try cylindrical, see what cylindrical does. I think spherical might be the way to go, but oh yeah. Yeah, spherical is definitely the way to go. It stretches the stars in the cylindrical. Now I'm going to use boundary warp till I get the horizon to look more straight. Yeah, typically it's right around the full boundary, but yeah. Oh, sorry about the ads, everybody on Twitch. Those popped out of nowhere. All right, the panorama is being created. All right, we've got a pano. All right, auto settings were done. And now I'm going to go to basic. So I have a preset called Sky Boost Milky Way. I'm going to use that preset. This is one that I created myself. It works in most of my Milky Way shots. This particular one is not working right now. I'm going to hit reset. Okay, now after reset, let's try Sky Boost Milky Way. Boom. Okay, much better. Okay, I'm going to go to... Okay, good night, Elthing. So I made this because I usually do a nighttime stream. Here you go. I have a little thing to tuck people in from chat. Yeah, have a good night, Elle. Okay, so I'm gonna go to my adjustments. Let's bump the shadows up. Yeah, I like that. It's one of the more fun things I've made for this stream for sure. Okay, adjusting here. All right, let's take the temperature adjustment and just do... Why does it put the blue as a default there? Okay, so for the foreground, I'm going to boost exposure for the foreground a little bit. Add some clarity, some texture. Let's go back to the global settings. I'm going to take shadows down. There we go. Okay, that's starting to look better. Foreground. Now I'll add a little bit of shadow. And overall, I'm going to do the default. So in the detail pane, you can denoise. There's the big denoise, but I can't do that because it's not a straight up raw shot now. It's a pano. But I'm going to use the default noise tools here. All right, now I'm going to go into my sky layer. Night sky boost. I'm going to turn the highlights down some. And also exposure a bit. And this does a lot of dehaze. And I think I'm going to even go harder in the dehaze a bit. There we go. Increase the blacks. Okay, I think I'm going to bring this road in a little bit because the road kind of like swoops in a little on the... And I want to make him more central, but also the Milky Way needs to be... So, man, the real trick to this would have been going down there. I think if we went down the road here, the beauty about this road is... Oh, and there's a stitching error right there. The beauty about this road is it's very, very curvy. And you can actually line up the road throughout, like, the beginning of Milky Way season. You can line up the road with the Milky Way. And that's what's just really beautiful about this area, is you could set things up like that to where you could line everything up and get things in camera a lot better. In hindsight, I should have seen that the Milky Way was this far off and moved the Mandalorian, walked down to where it curves this way and lined up the Milky Way appropriately with the road. But I think I'm gonna crop a couple shots off the pano here and just line it up where he's in the middle. I mean, it's not a perfect Milky Way lineup, but it's still a pretty awesome pano. What do you guys think? Should I cut off the Milky Way like this, or should I uncenter him and have the rest of the Milky Way in the shot? All right, so I'm going to add a little contrast here, some vibrance. So I'm going to take these settings and apply hold on. Wow. Lightroom is having a real time switching to this image. I'm going to Control-Shift-C. I'm going to check none and just copy these here and the detail. What else should I do? No, that's all. Copy. And I'm going to go to one where he's in focus here. I think it might be the third one. Yeah, they're right here. Control-Shift-V to paste those settings. Oh, that was not perfect.
Language.
I can't say shift. Come on now, Captain. He's looking quite a bit out of focus here. I'm going to sync the settings to all of these. Okay, so now I'm going to open these, edit in Photoshop. So I'm going to take this layer where he's in focus, and I'm going to take the full pano where he's not in focus, And I'm going to open those in Photoshop as layers. Did I not hit as layers? I wonder. They're opening. Oh, I didn't. Okay. All right, so I'm going to duplicate this layer to the panel.
Welcome.
Hey, what up, old dome? Man, you got me hooked on that Marvel game. Edit auto align layers. Oh, it worked, but it does like kind of scale. Huh. It is a perfect alignment, I think. Yeah, that aligns good. Okay, so now I'm going to go to select subjects on this one. And I'm going to hit the mask button. So now it's just him. It lined the bike up a little bit weird. So I'm going to create a layer. And I'm just going to take a loose lasso tool. Go around him like this. Got my selection. And I'm going to hit J to go to the remove tool. Oh, it didn't go to the remove tool. Well, let's see what spot healing does first. I'm going to paint all over this with spot healing. Nope, that's not good. Remove tool. And see how much better the remove tool does. Oh, yeah, I could see the stream stuttering. Because this does use a lot more processing power. Much easier to do this while not live streaming, by the way. With the remove tool. Let's see how good of a job it does. Come on. You can do it. A few years ago. Yeah, look at that. So much better. I should have had different layers for the different tools. But yeah, this is much better job it did. I'm going to try fixing this rest of the area. Oh my, it's so slow. It's really just, you could tell that it's affecting my computer's performance. No, I haven't yet. Hey, welcome into the stream, Kevin. I'm gonna also remove tool over this light. Ooh, that piece of road is looking really funky. Mm-hmm. Oh, look at that funky strip of road right there. Fix that right up, hopefully. I don't have the Facebook tab up. Has there been any new comments? Nope, there's been 2 comments this whole stream. It does say there's 3 people watching on Facebook. That's more than 0. That's good. What? I hate it when I misclick. All right, zoom out. Oh no. Oh no. Oh. There we go. That's the better audience reaction. All right. Remove tool. Or actually, I tried zooming out after using move tool. Oh boy. Oh boy. So I'm gonna open Photoshop and see if it recovers it. Off to the hot tub. Well, that's a nice way to spend a day. Well, I guess spending a whole day in a hot tub is probably not advisable. But it did not recover the edits. It did not save. Do not pass go. Do not collect $200. Oh, man. That sucks. That sucks. Oh, hi, Jen. You on your lunch break watching? Awesome. I don't know how that was 2 minutes ago, so I'm a bit delayed at responding to that, and I'm pretty sure my response is going to air like 2 minutes later because I hear there's a lot of delay on the Facebook. But we're here editing. Oh boy! While this opens up, I might pour myself some iced tea. I'll be right back. Ugh. All right, so we've got our in focus Mando and our out of focus Mando. In focus Mando, I did auto align last time, but this time I think I'm just going to manually align. See if I could get the best. Well, maybe auto align is the way to go. So yeah, this is looking a little bit funky. Yeah, I'm going to auto align. Edit, auto align. Auto align might have made it worse. Oh no, it's just his pose is different. Yeah, his pose is different. All right, so last time the spot healing didn't do that great. So I'm going to do a remove tool again and create a new layer to be non-destructive. Just going to select around my subject here. And just outline, trace around him. All right. This is going to take a minute. Going to be a little stressful on my PC. So I'm removing the blurry Mandalorian from the image, and I'm going to put my focus stacked version on top. Oh, I thought it reset on the removing area. All right, so here's my focused Mando, and actually I'm gonna title this layer focused Mando, and bump the opacity back up and do select subjects while the layer is selected. And I'm just gonna hit the mask button. I do notice that there's some road here. And also, he is a lot noisier in this shot. So I'm going to have to be doing some denoise to try to get him to match with this. All right, but since this selection is a mask, I can actually go to my brush tool. And I'm going to hit X, so it's a black brush. And while the mask is selected, I'm going to zoom in and just brush out the background that got selected. And because he is so noisy, it does like make him stand out a lot. So I'm going to need to denoise this. Oh, and by the way, to adjust my brush size, I'm using the square brackets on the keyboard. Just handy on there to adjust the size of the brush. Okay. Yeah, that didn't perfectly match with the noise. So let's do filter, camera raw filter, and do a little denoising. Could not complete the camera raw filter command because of a program error. Okay. All right. I suppose I'll do a filter, noise filter. Reduce noise. Or actually, I could do filter, topaz, denoise. Probably going to go with clear. But let's see how it renders with... Wait, what? Why isn't it showing the shot? Oh, there he is. Come on. Oh, wow, this program is really lagging. Okay. Do your denoise thing. Standard may be the way to go here. Oh, except for his helmet. Did everything except for his helmet. The bike is clean. It did a really good job denoising the bike. Clear, still very noisy. Low light, how did it do? Low light's pretty good. See what severe noise does. Ooh. He's a little bit more blurry, I'd say, in this. But there is no noise in there. This one, his helmet has noise. This one's slightly blurrier, but no noise at all. I'm going to go to severe noise. And enhance the sharpness a little bit more. It's playing the Mandalorian theme on lo-fi right now on the Twitch feed. Yeah, that is legit. Okay, apply. Topaz denoise for the win. Had a little sip of my tea. Hope everybody's Monday is doing well. Wow, it needs a whole nother minute to process. That is nutty. All right. Oh, I can't go back to Photoshop while this is doing this. Yeah, as far as I could tell, there's been no chats on Behance. Pop out chat just to see. No chats on Behance. I'm also streaming to Kick. Nobody has chatted on Kick. It says one viewer. It's probably me. And we are live on Facebook, as well as YouTube and Twitch. Multi-stream to the max today. And Facebook is currently in second place for chat. There's been 3 people have chatted on Facebook versus 0 on YouTube and 0 on Kick, 0 on Behance. All right, I'm going to use the remove tool on this light. I can like all the comments on Facebook. That's interesting. Oh, it's also way behind. Holy moly. All right. So let me show you my awesome power lines trick. The stitch is a little bit bad on the power lines here. But what I'm going to do is I'm going to go to the spot healing brush tool. And you could see some power lines here. These ones are straight, like straight power lines. And they go far. Okay. So in the spot healing brush tool, I'm going to click it here. Now I just let go of the click. Now I press down shift and click it here. Boom. Power pole is gone. Everything that's in a straight line. So I'm going to click here at the beginning of this power line. And the end of the power line is about here. And hold shift and click. That removes the whole power line. Granted, this one wasn't completely straight. So I'm going to fix a little bit of erroneous stuff. Okay, maybe I should do smaller segments here. So I'm going to click here, shift, click there, boom. Click here, shift, click here. Power line gone. Click here, shift, click here. Power line gone. Power pole gone. Power line gone. Why is it being weird over the Mando here? Also, the street's a little bit weird here, so I'm gonna... Can I fix... There we go. The road's a little bit fixed there. A little bit better. This part is still a bit funky. Okay, what else? We probably have some satellites or something to worry about in the sky here. I'm not really seeing any, though. It's looking pretty legit. Crop, clear the ratio. It does kind of look like he's been photoshopped out of here, doesn't it? It's kind of unavoidable with the photo stack, or with the stack there, isn't it? The focus stack. Focus stack is what word I'm going for. All right, I'm going to remove tool this again. Let's see if it generates anything better. I think I edited out his shadow. I did. That's what I did, is I edited out his shadow. Let's put his shadow back. So on this layer, I'm going to add a mask. so I can go back and forth. And I'm going to take a black brush and just paint back in. There we go. Okay, his shadow's coming back here. That's okay. That's going to fix this a lot by putting his shadow back. Yeah, that looks a lot better. Power lines are out. The light is out. There's a light here from a house, it looks like. Let's just remove that. That's beautiful. And I wish I aligned the Milky Way better, though. No, I don't want to remove that area. Cancel, cancel. All right, we've got our shot. We have our pano. Pulling it up in Lightroom again. All right. I'm going to add a little bit more contrast globally. Boost the shadows globally. And I think I'm going to add a... Oh, well, no. Adding some red isn't really the best. Oh, adding green is good. Okay, so I also kind of want to make these orange clouds a little bit like more contrasty, punch them up a little bit. And I think in order to do that, I want to do a color mask. So I'm going to do a color range. Just select a box here for this color range. And then I'm going to do temperature. So yeah, I can make it a little bit more orange here. Also, I can make it a bit more contrasty. What about... Yeah, that seems to work a little bit better. And now, another thing I like to do is intersect. So if you hold Alt on these masks and press, suddenly the button becomes intersect. So you press intersect, and then I'll intersect this with a brush. And what this does is this whole selection I made, I could show the overlay of the selection. It selected a whole big chunk of the image, but I only want to affect this cloud. So I'm going to do an intersection brush where I select just this cloud with the brush. So now if I show the overlay, this is my only selection, is this cloud. I'll select this cloud over here too. That's one really great combination. Color select intersected with a brush. That's one really great way to select a portion of the image. And I also want to highlight the Milky Way a little bit. So I'm going to add a new brush. All right, and I'm going to see what I want to do. So do temperature. And I'm going to change this with a little bit more clarity. I'm going to dehaze it a little bit more in the core. And add some whites. Let's select a bit more of this. So yeah, now the core of the Milky Way has a little bit more highlight to it. A little bit more punchy. And I think I'm going to reduce the overall image clarity a little bit and make it a little bit more dreamy looking. Slight bit of dehaze. Okay, so I'm going to name my mask, though. This is my cloud. I think I'm going to desaturate it just a tad here. Does that really make it just look the same? It kind of does. And the teal and orange combo between the Milky Way and this cloud is great. Okay, now I'm going to add whites globally to the shot a bit. That's one of my favorite sliders. It really just adds, it punches up a shot surprisingly well. Yeah, I think I've got a really decent shot here. Pull down the contrast a little. Yeah. Sadly, the Milky Way isn't perfectly aligned here. That part kind of stinks. But we've got the Mando. I'm seeing an image error right here. Hold up. Wait. It's a weird merging issue going on here. Okay, there we go. Yeah, that fixes it up a little. This fade out though needs to be fixed. Can you see that bend button? Okay, you can't see a button. Okay, that fixed it. Oh, this bit is a little bit wonky. Oh, geez, that is really wonky. Straighten up that line. Good old merge errors. Okay, so now if I do go to settings or in the library mode, so if I hit G and then metadata, read metadata from files, it picks up that metadata. But it's going to reset all my settings. So now I'm going to go to develop. And Lightroom has a good history tab. So I'm going to go to my history and hit contrast. And that takes me back to my last setting I had in my edit. And boom, we've got an edited panoramic, awesome shot of the Mando here. Export. That's a pretty awesome shot, I'd say. I've got a few more closer up shots that I can probably edit as well. Like that right there doesn't even need any editing. Unless I wanted to put the Milky Way behind him in focus. Oh, it does look much better in focus. All right, let's do this one more focus stack. Okay, edit in, open as layers in Photoshop. I'm checking out what other streams are on right now. Okay. So, ooh, this one can probably use. So I'm going to duplicate this layer real quick. And plugins. Or no, filter, topaz, denoise. Let's do a topaz denoise run. It did so good with the bike. All right, I'm going to move this to have some of him and the bike. Let's have a little helmet in there as well. All right. Severe noise is updating first. Boy, I'm getting hungry. I'm going to need to eat some food here in a minute. Solid stream, though, about 2 hours. Not bad. Okay, standard has a bit of noise on his chest there. Severe noise. Oh, low light looks really good. It has still a bit of noise on his bike. I'm going to do severe again. Yeah, that does the best. That does the best. It's doing its thing. Wow. That looks really cool. All right, I'm going to do select subject. I'm going to hit mask. Now it's got the non-noisy version above the noisy version. Wait a second here. All right. Edit. Auto align layers. I need to do that first. That needs to be the first step. Whoops. All right. Oh, I did a weird alignment here. The denoised version. Dang, that's pretty darn cool. Okay. So I'm going to make an adjustments layer. Remove that light. See, from this angle, I didn't get power line issues. There's a little bit of a blur issue, but not too bad. Okay, that's being a little funky there. Oh, there's some power line issues. Oh, excuse me. So I'm going to take beneath this layer, make an adjustment layer to remove power lines. And I'm going to go to J, which is going to be the remove tool, but I want spot healing. And the nice trick here is I can click on my power line and then hold. Now move it over here, press and hold shift and click again, and it draws a line and removes that whole power line there. Click, hold shift, click, click, hold shift, click. It's removing that power line. Power line gone. Get the focus stacked Mando in here. And now crop out the excess areas here. Just a little bit at the bottom. On this side. All right, I'm going to center him a little bit by cropping in. All right, we have our focus stack. Do a little bit of clarity, a little more dehaze, boost the whites. And I'll do a little bit of global luminance denoise. Boost the shadows a tad. Might bring the highlights down. Oh, I like this one. This area around the wheels is a bit precarious. I'm noticing. So let's go to Mando focus. Call that. Layer that. Actually, I could be a little laissez-faire on the edges here. Oh man, there hasn't been any chats in a little bit. Is everybody still awake? Did I put y'all asleep in the middle of the day? Oh wait. Okay, that's good. That's good. That fixes that. This might be also an issue here. Let's see. Oh, it is. It definitely is. Okay, let's go back to this fix. See if I can patch this whole area. I should have made that bigger. The brush. There we go. It's working all right. Got a hot pixel there. Bam. All right. Perfect. Perfect. All right. Oh, awesome. Yeah, there's a lot of details I went into here that are probably hard to see on mobile. 100%. All right. How is everybody on Twitch? Do we have let's see, stream, photography, live streams. So yeah, those are my Mandalorian edits. I did a focus stack. I did a panorama with a photo stack. I edited all these. Everything's looking great. Ooh, congrats. Oh, I'm excited. Your new telescope's on its way. I'm excited to see the images you create with it. And thanks for letting me know about that comet. I'm gonna have to go see that comet in the northwest sky maybe tonight or tomorrow. Actually, I forgot. Monsoon is happening right now, so there's likely going to be clouds, and yeah. During the monsoon, we really don't have too many chances to view the stars. This was a miracle. This was a miracle that we pulled off this Mando shoot on Saturday. The sky was clear for just like 2 hours. Then the storms came and take over. The storms came and took over like right after our shoot. It was the luckiest sky forecast like ever. Yeah, here's the photography tag on Twitch. As you could see, since we don't have a category, there's a lot of people gaming under the photography category. I mean, here's our stream here. I know John is doing he's got to do his $1 Million Mansion Monday, which I think I might raid into that channel. Cuz those are so much fun, these streams, the $1 Million Mansion Mondays. But yeah, he's got a really fun stream. So I think I'll send you guys all that way, and I'm gonna wrap up the stream. Oh, ads are running. All right, let's go into chatting just for while these ads are running. Thanks for tuning in. I'm very excited about these Mandalorian shots. They turned out fantastic. I am a big fan. But yeah, I appreciate everybody who came by for this day stream. I usually stream at nighttime, but I'm gonna try more often to do day streams like this, that so more of the people who are awake during the day can come by. I have noticed, like, maybe it's because this is an unscheduled stream or something, but I have noticed that less people turn up for a daytime stream. I thought it was going to be the other way around, because there's countless people who I have said, "Oh yeah, check out my live stream sometime." And their immediate answer is like, "Oh, that's too late in the day." I'm thinking that it's just like, it's just an excuse to where they don't have to say, "Nah, I don't want to watch your stream." It's I have had some friends who blatantly say that they will not, and I almost think like, oh, that's like such a rude thing to say, but it's almost nicer than, like, I don't know. If you ever want to get like slapped in the face with the whole idea that nobody cares, do a live stream. Like try to promote a live stream with folks and see like how much or how little they care. And there's a few people who I appreciate who come by and do care, but the majority of folks, like, I have a pretty large audience on Facebook, and 3 people out of the 6,000 watched it, like, to give you a good idea of how much people care about live streams. But despite that, I know there are people out there who could use this and can learn some things from these, and that's why I do it. That's why I keep doing it. And I learn things from people in chat. As I said at the top of this stream, it's a very beneficial thing to share this information, and I do get and learn from other people here as well. And everybody, like, subscribe, like this video on YouTube. Even YouTube really hasn't been, there was 0 chats from YouTube today. Here's the link to YouTube out in Twitch chat. But yeah, I'm really trying to get this ball rolling into something bigger than it is. I've been doing this live stream now for over 3 years, and it has not grown very much at all. And I really want to build a larger community of people to get feedback on my work, help give feedback on others' work, and help others edit and make great photos. is what I'm here for, and just lift everybody up and just to try to support everybody's art. It's that is definitely the point. I'm gonna double check the photography live streams tag again to see if there's anybody else doing photography like us. But yeah, looks like we're gonna raid John Studios. He is a great photographer to hang out with. He's great people. But yeah, thanks everybody for coming out and getting the raid started. I hope y'all learned something, or at least had some fun creating some fun Mando images here with me. From stars to bars, we snapped a galaxy, now to win luxury. Oh, I like that. I like that raid message. That's great. I'm gonna put my raid logo in there. So for anybody who's subbed, they could pop this raid message. Oh, wait a second. That's not right. Yeah, no new subs or follows or anything to report of today. Just had a good fun stream. I'll see you all at the next one. Maybe stream again tonight, but we'll see. I do have some real estate and stuff to do tomorrow. So I can't do another day stream tomorrow. Yeah, I'll see you all next time. Goodbye.